Salutations and shit, guys. It's your host, D. Carey, back on your new favorite travel podcast about travel and the things that I experience while I'm abroad, and I occasionally have guests, and we kind of talk about all things travel and all things travel related. This is your first episode of the year. Welcome to 2020, and I figured I'd do a quick recap. Let me grab my notebook on some of my favorite episodes from the year. I had to do a list, and I did over the course of 2019 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 countries. So not bad at all. And that's over the course of, I'd say, about 6 weeks of vacation time. So I try to do as many countries as I can in one trip so that I can see as many places as possible. I don't think that I could really stay in one place longer than, say, maybe 5 days. I feel like at 4 days, I'm already like, okay, what more can I see of this immediate area before I feel like I'm missing out by like spending so much time in one place when there's so much that I want to see. But over the year, I did Bali, I did Shanghai, Tel Aviv, Amsterdam, I did Cartagena, Miraflores, I did Rome, I did a couple of different spots in Norway, um, did Austria, and I did London. I was in Vienna in Austria, and I did London. So the year was pretty good. Out of those destinations, I would absolutely say Cartagena was my favorite, hands down. I was looking back over the experience, and I realized how I kind of manifested the trip that I wanted. Like I said that I wanted to partner with creatives while I was out there. I said I really wanted to just meet people, spend time with people, and develop relationships. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up having a really great Airbnb experience with no, Caribbean Rose is her Instagram name, I want to say. And we did tying up the head wraps, but I had a really great time just talking with her. Then the next day, I ended up running into Nan, who is a photographer in the area, and I got an incredibly professional photo shoot just in a cafe and on the street by where I was staying. Then I ended up actually experiencing nightlife while on vacation, which I generally don't do because I ended up making friends at one of the tours that I did, and we went out for drinks. We met a whole bunch of other people, black travelers, mostly from the States. I think they were all from the States, the ones that I was speaking to that evening. Just had a really, really great time. Like everything that I wanted to happen, things that I didn't know that I wanted to happen actually happened just by setting an intention for the trip. So if you believe in manifestation and speaking power into your words and into your desires, definitely try to set an intention for a trip. If you feel like you need to rest and you want to kind of relax, go into planning of the trip and go into, I guess, moving around the different experiences or the different tours and mini trips within the vacation you decide to do, so that if you know that you do want to relax, you schedule that into your itinerary for the time out there. But other than that little recap of the places, and then seeing the Northern Lights. Oh man, in Norway, that was an incredible experience. That was really on my bucket list of like my short list of things that I wanted to do. So being able to experience the Northern Lights was really much. It was really worth the really, really, really cold. It's cold as shit out there, guys, but it was a really good time. Anything else? I mean, swimming with the sea lions in Peru was really cool because that scared the shit out of me, but I did it anyway. And then I feel like I actually rested quite a bit in Bali between all the really great massages and the beautiful scenery. I feel like I did indeed rest. I didn't come back feeling like I needed to. Also with Tel Aviv, I feel like just rest was a theme of a little bit of my travel last year because I actually was forced to rest in Peru on the last day. And Tel Aviv, I definitely rested. I didn't book anything in Tel Aviv. And in Bali, I made sure to schedule in a day where I didn't do anything because I knew at that point also I wanted to just kind of relax. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good recap of the travel destinations at least from the year. And I would say in no order, here are the 5 episodes I feel like I enjoyed. No, that's not a good way to do it because I enjoyed doing a whole lot of them. There's like a really long list, and out of the list, I have like a list of what is this? Maybe 15 episodes, and I wanted to kind of hone in on the ones I feel like maybe 2019 was quite a reflective year for me, a year of self reflection. So I think that I enjoyed the episodes where I did a lot more um, introspecting, I guess, of myself. I don't even know if that's the proper usage of the word, but you get where I'm going with the the tone of the list of favorites I'm going to give you. So in no particular order, I would say Self Souvenirs, which was episode 17, then episode 28, Hustle Effect, and okay, so those are the only two that I really chose out of the list that I feel like I was the most introspective on and did a lot of, feelingsy shit, right? But number 55, ATL Shorty, was another really, really, really um, big favorite of mine because I got to hang out with my little cousin, Ashanti, and she is such a joy, and I'm so proud of her. I love her so much. She's the baby of my cousin group on that side of the family, and so she has a special place in my heart. But that being able to spend time with her in her city was a really good time. So that's an easy top um, top fave. And then okay, boobs, butts, hips, and lips. The story where I spoke to my friend Stephanie about her botched plastic surgery and plastic surgery while abroad. I don't think I had ever been that like surprised or shocked by the story somebody was selling me. So that was wow. That was episode 61, guys. If you haven't listened to that episode, definitely go back and check that out. So, so like I didn't see that coming. She caught me off guard with that because we didn't talk about. I knew something went wrong. I just didn't know what went wrong, how it went wrong, and under what conditions it went wrong. So hearing her explain to me what happened to her was well. So that was another easy favorite. And then I'd say rounding out the top five would be the Getting Robbed Abroad episode. When I spoke with Wildberry is Me, I met the young lady at my hostel in Amsterdam. And after coming back, it was just like a really chance encounter that we were both in the room at the same time. And we just started talking. And she had this incredible story that I really wanted to hear more about and also share with, the listeners because whoa, like just the way she was able to, I don't want to say, well, it sounds real lame to say like the way she was able to triumph, but that's pretty much it. I don't know if I would have necessarily been as mature about the situation as she was. She was robbed of all of her cash and her bank card was taken while she was on like the third day of a 5 or 6 week long trip away from home. So she's from Jakarta, Indonesia, but was traveling through Europe for an extended number of weeks and all her cash taken. Like, you go away, you save your money for weeks, months, whatever, or however you go about budgeting, guys. Like, even if you just pull it from a savings account, whatever, all her shit was taken. But she was still able to make the best of what she did have left. She was able to, not, I guess, wallow in victimhood, because it's one thing to be affected by something that happens to you, but then to, just let it be a let it be more of a source of defeat versus a source of inspiration to, you know, push through adversity, if you will, like Lifetime movie type shit. But just, I found it very refreshing to hear of somebody just willing positivity into a really bad situation. So those are my favorite episodes from the year. And I'd have to say that the introspective episodes, number 17 and number 28, were probably faves of the introspective ones, because it made me do kind of a survey of where I was on myself versus like comparison, as opposed to doing external comparisons. Okay, I'm comparing myself to other podcasters, or comparing myself to other travel, what do you call it? People on Instagram, or travel accounts on Instagram, my captions versus somebody else's. It was more of a, okay, so the person that I am in New York versus the person I am if I am 6,000 miles away. The way I deal with bad news, and the way I deal with loss, um, and how it affects me and the decisions that I decide to make, while I am, again, doing that introspection of comparing, travel me to at home me, or me of 2007 or 2016 me versus, 2020 or 2019 me. So I definitely did enjoy those. I had a lot of really, really, really good guests on the show last year, from Anika, who just celebrated a birthday. Happy belated birthday to Anika. That was Mama Neeks. We spoke about her time teaching English abroad, and about her currently now. At that point, she was talking about, her move out of the country for dental school, and she's currently in Barcelona. Well, she's currently in Ghana, where she celebrated her birthday, but she did decide to uh, call Barcelona home for dental school. So happy belated birthday, and congrats to her for that. Then I had Gabby of Pax Light, who came out and really started talking about how she's affording so many people different opportunities for free travel, and how she, I guess, made a business of traveling, and like a play on her name, Pax Light and Pax Light. Like what I think she says, like, like the hippy dippy side, the you pack light, energy, positivity, and happiness and joy, and that kind of shit. But also just, not being burdened by a lot of actual luggage, and, that being a play also on internal stuff and external. But all that being said, she is such a joy. We have been e-friends for a while, and it was nice to speak with her and have her talk. And she's gone on to give a TEDx talk. So really super excited for her. Congratulations again on that. Then I had Miss Hair and Humor, my girl Camilla, come on and talk about how she did a total life haul. And as a grown woman, as a, wife, she decided to change her career path. And she embarked upon, what do you call it? Not esthetician school, but hairdressing school. She went to school to be a hairdresser. And she last was on tour with Madonna, doing everybody's braids. She was featured in a lot of different publications. She was it Curl Fest? I don't know if it was Curl Fest or I don't think it was Afrochella, but I know Natural Hair Day in Houston or something like that. But she was a panelist for that. Speaking of panelists, that's one thing I forgot to note in terms of just some of the really cool things that I was able to do in 2019. I spoke on my first panel. So, yeah, that was pretty. It was really nice to connect with people in person. I really, really did enjoy the the live aspect of it and seeing and being able to speak with people face to face and hear, how my passion for travel is able to inspire them to take the step that they didn't think they may have been ready to take in terms of travel. So I definitely appreciated that opportunity. So definitely Camilla, and also enjoyed having her there, having her on the podcast because I had a teen workshop where I had a bunch of my little cousins come and just experience what it's like to be employed in the arts. They spoke with Shah about being a producer and running his studio. They spoke to Camilla about doing hair, and then they know I have a regular 9 to 5 job, and I still come in here and do and produce this podcast. So it was a really great experience for me because I was able to just show the babies in my life that there are so many different creative avenues where they can be supported by myself and other family members and friends. You don't have to completely stay focused on academia. They know I'm not the cousin where the games is a joke. Like, they know I take that serious, but I wanted them to also know that I seriously would support them and do support them in their possible creative endeavors. I also enjoyed having, what was his name? Let me pull it up so I don't fuck it up. Fletcher Cleaves. I enjoyed having Fletcher come up. Rolling on Faith is his Instagram. When he came on, and first of all, he was just such a pleasure to speak with. Again, we met on Instagram, and just being able to easily connect with him and easily have conversation with him about his experience being paralyzed and still traveling the world and not letting his disability um, disable him from doing a lot of the things that he sets as goals for him to accomplish in his personal life. So I really enjoyed having him on there. Also, the what episode was it? So the one with Fletcher, the guy that was in the wheelchair, that's episode 49. The episode with Pax Light, that's episode 37. Miss Hair and Humor is episode 30. And I wanted to jump to the one, I don't know what episode that was, but it was when I spoke with, I know it's Passport to, no, let me see, hold on. It's coming. Episode 33. There we go. Probation to Passports with Black Digital Nomad. That was a really, really enlightening episode for me, also because she had me legit thinking about what my life could be like living outside of the country. Mind you, when I travel, I never spend longer than a week in one at one destination. So the idea of being someplace for much, much longer than a week really frightens me, but at the same time, like, entices me. Like, I don't know, it's one extreme to the next. It's kind of from 0 to 100, but it's that episode really had me wonder what life could be living abroad. So that one was really fun too. Yeah, so I'd say those were some of my favorite episodes and also some of my favorite guests. So the year overall, I'm not really good with remembering things in general. So other than like going through my Instagram, just picking out the different places that I looked at, well, the places that I visited, and then the looking through episodes 15 through 65, which are the, I guess, 2019 season. Like that's just all the episodes from the year, from the first one I did of the year to the last one of the year. Um, I'd say it was pretty good, and it has me pretty excited for more incredible guests and um, better content, more in depth production. Me actually, I don't know, stepping into, where was I? When I was in Amsterdam, I felt like such a journalist, just going the extra mile to get the story, to talk to the what's her name, to talk to the window girl, and it may not have been very journalistic to some people, but just the little thrill, the little idea that there can be, you know, more exploration to be done to create content for this show is a really exciting prospect for me. So, all that being said, thank you guys for hanging with me. This is going to be the third calendar year, but coming up to the second actual complete year of travel and shit. And I'm excited to see what comes next. So make sure you guys follow me along with Instagram at either underscore dcarry or travel and shit, not using the exclamation mark, just spell out shit and then an underscore. So travel and shit underscore on Instagram. Um, and that's it. Oh, you can also go to travelandshitpodcast.com or dcarry.com to see the, what do you call it, the visual for this episode, and to also check out past episodes and more about me. So that's it. Happy New Year, guys.